Welcome to another episode of Talks with KG. And you see this episode is extremely special episode. I know others say that every episode, but you know KG is a man of his word. And KG say that he pushing the youths, he pushing the younger artists that are coming up, and he providing the platform. So you don't know, we here now, and we starting it off with 3 ladies. You dig? The reason why I choose these 3 ladies first when it comes to the upcoming artists and them is because the key word I use when I say I go in and provide this platform for the younger ones is who deserve to be on the platform. Not because you're a young artist and you're just doing a thing. That's not the thing does go. Who deserve to be on the platform. And I must say that these 3 ladies here deserve to be on this platform. Pine, Vybz Nelly, and Mello. So I go on.
Good night. You know, it's your Tiny Pinie. You don't know the vibes. We hear KG. Loving the vibe already.
What you mean?
Vybz Nelly, we outside with the Magnum.
You dig?
And Mello on the scene. Big up Magnum one time.
Yeah, man. So we here. As I say, these artists deserve the recognition and deserve the shine. I want to give all of the flowers one time. Even though people might look at all you as upcoming artists, the amount of work all of us put in, we had to realize these things and give props where it's due, right? We know how hard the industry is. But for a female, it's a million times harder. You understand?
That is facts.
But, as I say, when I take in the vibes, always putting the work, no matter what, always continue pushing, always continue putting out the content, and continue to do that. But let me start from the beginning. Let me start with you, Pine.
All right.
How you start the whole music thing?
Well, to be real honest, my journey wasn't really that easy. I used to have people telling me, you want to do music? That is not a real career. What you want to do that for? That is crazy. Why do be a banker? Why do go and, well, my family into farming. I grew up in Tobago. Lots of people don't know that. But, that is the vibe that my family was under. But my great-grandmother, outside of being a farmer, she was also a music teacher. So I love music. Love music. She used to play almost all instruments. My favorite instrument by her was the harp. Hence the reason I take a harp on my neck because I love hearing the harp. I have a real passion when it comes to music and harp. Right? And also being very different in Tobago, moving from Trinidad, I went to an all-girls school. And everybody know Pine pansexual. She girls. She girls. You understand? No,
I have to say.
Right. So me being different and growing up in Tobago, I went through.
So you're always different.
Always.
From birth.
From since I born. That's why my mother sent me to Tobago in the first place. I went to all girls school. I come home and I say, "Mommy, I have a girlfriend." She say, "What? Now you're going into Tobago and live with your father. We're not having that." It didn't really change me because my father was like, okay, if this is who he is, I'm going to accept you for who he is. Just, go to school and learn well. Otherwise, later on in life, you will catch real hell. You understand? So, yeah. And my dad also is a song engineer. He was, he kind of brought up like reggae, working with people like Ziggy Rankin, Blazer Dan, that kind of vibe. Ray Roop Narayan. Yeah. So I always used to watch music and my grandmother thing was never on that. She was the one was like, Pine, how you gonna know if you really like girls if you don't try? Hence the reason I did the Calypso song because I love telling a story and a lot of people was like, you gonna do a Calypso? What you doing Calypso for?
Right.
And I say nah, I really want to tell my story and I wanted to use the foundation of what I believe is Trinidad song. And I believe it starts with Calypso. That is my opinion, of course. And then from Calypso, we went on to soca. We get zest. Everything kind of evolved. With time and music, that's how it just goes. It's a changing, it's a moving thing. It's a, You know what I mean? So, yeah, and Yeah, that's kind of my motivation there, honestly, just to be different, stand out, be myself, of course. And I wanted to do not just music, but music business, because I think there's a lot of downfall of a lot of artists. Sometimes they just be doing music, and they don't understand that music is not just doing the song or being able to write and just having the talent. You had to actually be able to do business, market yourself, put in our work, you know what I mean, get involved, make sure you understand your distribution, do research and gain as much knowledge as you could.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
man.
my story there.
All right. Before we go further, Vybz Nelly, big up yourself.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, man.
So, my name is Vybz Nelly, of course, and I started music in 2018. Now, I never had a history of music where school is concerned. Mind you me, I didn't even finish school, you know, and
What school you went?
San Grande Government Secondary and Primary School, Guayco Presbyterian.
Why you didn't finish school?
That is a topic I wouldn't really like to touch on, you know, because it's just personal. And, you know, it was a really, how to say, it make man break me, you know. So, I started music in 2018. It was a spontaneous experience because it just happened as one of my friends, she wanted to go to the studio and it just happened. So she was like, hey, Vybz. Well, I wasn't Vybz then, but she was like, Nelly, you want to go to the studio? And I was like, yeah. Now, me, I'm a person that I believe in doing anything that you could do. You know, not even having hesitation in saying that you can't do it. Because we capable of doing anything once we put our mind to it. You know, and we went to the studio, we tried to make the track. It was supposed to be with two of us. It didn't happen. So then we had to reschedule, and the producer called me back to do the track, and he was like, Vybz, well, Nelly, you want to do the track? I said, yeah. Going in the studio, he gave me some guidelines, and it just happened. And after that, on my way home, he sent me the track, and on my way home, I was like, hey, yo, this is for me.
Right.
Because I have always said that I wanted to look for a career. I do nails, makeup, hair, you know, I'm into all of the cosmetology.
Right.
And I wanted something to have a love and a passion for, that I could like say, oh yeah, I could carry on my life doing this. And that is when I realized that music was for me. My eyes was full of tears. I was like, yes, amen. You know, and I thank the Creator. I always keep God in everything that I do. Reason being that, you know, I reached to that stage.
Right.
And after that, I continued to do music, you know, made a lot of connections. Well, you know, I met you also in the very beginning, Johnny Bravo, in the very beginning, which was like 2 months into me doing music. And I just kept trying, working with different people. And I think that right now in my career, I have reached a comfort space. Not saying that I want to remain into the comfort space, because I think like music is inevitable to expand, you know, doing different genres and so forth. Yeah, and also the business side, Pine was talking about that. You know, I have had the time and space to research, you know, even when it is I wrote my first track, I Googled how to write a song. I YouTube how to write a song, and I got the guidelines. And from then, I understand how to structure a track, and you know, rhyme zone to rhyme your lyrics and these stuff. Now you still have to have the experience to understand it. But I think just as much, you know, when God bless you with something, that it would come naturally. You know, and learning the business side, getting my stuff copyright on my own, getting my stuff distributed and stuff, you know. So even learning to do graphics, even editing music videos, I was all in, you know. Yeah, so that is partially part of what
let's see why I bring them on, right?
You know, I think that being in the music industry is not easy. But you see, once you're determined and you want something, you should go all in.
No lie.
You know, you shouldn't just look for somebody to do something for you. Not saying that it wouldn't be a good thing, but you should always seek for yourself to know better in anything you do, not just music, any and everything. Yeah, so that's all.
Yes, sir. Mello.
Yes.
Top dog Mello, boy. Talk to me.
Well, I am Mello, for those who don't know, and I actually grew up with my dad playing music. He used to DJ. Right, so every Sunday you used to hear like them big speakers blasting in your ears, you know. But it was like in standard 2 after intermission, I think we used to like group up and do little freestylings and thing. And I realized that I like it, and you know, I like how I was singing. So I started writing at the age of probably 7, 8. Yeah, 7, 8. I used to write, but I didn't come out and tell my parents that I liked music, and this is what I actually want to do. You know, because my mom, she was spiritual. My grandfather, he was spiritual. My father, he knew music, but I didn't grow up with my father, so he didn't even know. Right? So, I always, growing up, I used to like, say, okay, then education come first. School, if I have my exams or something, I'll focus on that, and after when exams done, then I'll go full 100 writing and whatnot. Right? But to the age of 12, yeah, 2012. That is when I did my first recording. Yeah, I used to do hip hop and R&B in them time. And yeah. Right? So, and then at the age of 17, I sold my first soca. Yeah.
Sell a soca?
Yeah.
You sell the soca too?
Sean Kuruta and Devon Matthews. Whole day punching. Yeah, that was the vibe. You know? What else? I feel like I jump in the gun. Like, you know, a real missing thing.
You have a lot, yeah.
It have a lot.
Of course. You touch on that.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yes. Yeah. Then I did stop music. In 2014. Yeah, because family issues. And then I started back in 2019 because I was like depressed. Everybody was like, Mello, why you stop music, girl? You know? Why you stop music? And I was like, And then 2019, I said, okay, then let me really jump back on this thing. And the first song I write for 2019, I didn't release it though, but I recorded it, and I actually wrote the song in like 30 minutes. Right, 30 minutes. It was a vibe, and since that, like I said, 2019, I started professional, but didn't really know the business side of the music.
Of course, yeah.
Right? And the business side is very important, as Pine and Nelly said. Right? And it's only now actually understanding the business part of it and trying to do it the right way. And trying to say as consistent as possible. You know? So that is it for now, I think.
Yeah. We have more to get into. But before we get into that, let me just take our break and we'll come right back. Boom.
Yeah.